What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good to see you guys. Like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. You rocking with me early in the morning, waking up, got morning news. As of yesterday, Charleston White has been arrested. All right. Now he's facing about 3 counts, two aggravated assault charges. And get this, it's against livestock and it's in Texas. Let me say something, because weapons are commonplace in Texas. You can walk around with an automatic in broad day. No one's going to say nothing. But here's the problem: when you aim your gun or weapon allegedly, or what you're aiming at animals that can't defend themselves, or a person that can't defend themselves or has no weapon, you're done. You're done. It's over. Number one, you're not a rancher. Number one, what land were you doing it on allegedly? Like, what was the purpose of doing this to an animal? Because if he didn't do anything, how was he going to be arrested? And then I saw a video of you saying that you don't use violence against young black men. Okay. So you do violence allegedly against defenseless animals? This is funny because here, you guys already know where I'm going to. This is why you don't disrespect individuals and talk about them, such as Aiden Ross. Okay, let me explain, because I'm not saying he was arrested because of him. Let me understand. It's spiritual. Okay, it's spiritual. You violated Aiden. Okay, you violated all them dudes. You exposed them. You thought it was commonplace. You accepted his invite, but then you bashed him, and then you badmouthed him, and then you quote unquote talked about the money, exposing him, talked about them wanting you for your long this, that, and whatever it was. This is what you did, okay? So you stepped on him like he was nothing. And we know, regardless of what you say or think about him, he is beloved by these children, okay? He's beloved by the kids. So that off the rip, you stepped into a lane where there's youth getting information from someone, and then you badmouth and then expose a suggestive situation to the youth of telling them that he likes things that in an adult world, when in the adult fashion, whether or not his media placates to them or semi put something out there, you still blatantly put it out with details, okay? Meaning you violated him. Okay, that's point blank period, which was very wrong. And off of you doing that, because he didn't do none of that to you. That's the problem. He didn't do none of that to you. He didn't say nothing to you. He didn't disrespect. He didn't even bring you up again after. But you violated him and thought that you were gonna walk away, yeah, and continue your life like it was cool. Let me tell you something about God real quick. God has no respect of persons. He judges you righteously off of what happens. You were unrighteous in the way you revealed it. You went there. You enjoyed your time there. You didn't have to show up there, but you did on your own free will. Meaning, no matter what the situation was, you were supposed to know the assignment, deny it, turn it down. Then you see how Jaguar Wright moves. You could have came out with a story later, but no, you're such a clown. You had to rush it online, badmouth him, keep going this, and interrupt his business. Understand, you messed with his business when you did that. So, in my mind, God allowed all this to happen to you. Whether or not it was a force behind it, I have no clue. I know not. But what I can say is God allowed it, because you're a wicked man and you're evil and you portray evil scenarios, continually push evil ideology. So God said, fine, you want to violate this young man? Here's your cause. Because understand, he's younger than you, regardless. He's half your age at the least, maybe even less than that. But you still violated his character in the human public. So for you violating him, God stepped in and said, you know what? I'm not pleased with everything I'm hearing, but one thing I do know, that you're trying to talk to the public and get a bunch of attention off of what this boy was doing allegedly, that we know not to be true. or no, not if you even accepted it. But you think you're going to slide away, violating him with the character you have? And the beating wasn't enough because you hopped on everyone's couch and praised yourself. You praised yourself for getting tackled by a random man, but that wasn't good enough. Now you slide over and you got weapons. And what are you doing with these animals, allegedly? I don't believe you'd randomly get around. Cops can't make up stuff like that. They make stuff up in the world. It's been done before because there's nothing new under the sun. But they're making up that you were discharging a firearm at an animal? How is that made up? You thought it was sweet. You thought it was sweet to violate, Aiden. You thought it was sweet to go and use your weaponry that you talk about after you egg on these young black men to do stuff to each other. You did everything the wrong way. And who are you blaming for this? Who are you blaming for this? Anybody but you, yourself, right? Because you can never take responsibility. Sir, that shows the symbol of lack of manhood. Any man that can't take responsibility to address situations, you lack manhood. I don't care if you can get it up. I don't care what you got between your legs. You lack manhood because you can't take responsibility for a situation. Matter of fact, that's part of the not going back and forth thing when I was talking about the feminine thing. At the end of the day, when there was situations, I'd be like, you know what? I can do things better on my part. But then I'd also address what I don't like about the female. And of course, they're gonna harden their heart. They're gonna turn their head. They're gonna shake their head, snap their fingers, and shake their head like, ah. But at the end of the day, they gotta answer to God. They gotta answer to the same God I do. So why am I gonna argue or beat a horse to death? Because when you answer to God, I win. Because you're gonna lose. God is undefeated. God is undefeated for millions and billions of years. No one's ever defeated him. Not the dinosaurs, not no one. Not the demons, no one. All lost and will forever lose. Even you gotta realize that. Look at your character and look what's happening. Are you serious? All rights reserved.